Today's sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys have played well in their 2 playoff wins, but they've got a tall task here on Championship Sunday. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys earned the right to host this game, and now just 1 win away from solidifying their spot as the best team in the conference. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
First down. A gain of 22 yards.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw Penix. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's Penix. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Skinner will find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hamilton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hicks. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Skinner. That's to his running back, complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the bootleg. Skinner will try to pick it up, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here this NFC Championship game.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A play fake. Now Penix. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, second and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Got an open man, it's Washington. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air, Penix. And it is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Complete to Washington. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw again is Penix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they've got it 2nd and 7. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Skinner. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run with Robinson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Operating from the gun, Skinner. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those deep. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. looking to put a drive together.
And London motioning left. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
At their 49-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Skinner. He finds his man complete. It's Hicks. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Skinner. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Skinner. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback.
scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll throw with Penix. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now Penix. Caught by London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
He finds his man, complete. That's Contreras. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. On the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Back to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Falcons first down.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
It was a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next.
3rd down.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Skinner. Throw left side complete. That's Hicks.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 73 yards.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Penix working out of the gun here. Over the middle, caught by London.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Penix to the air once more.
Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
At the Falcons' 26-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Second and 9 now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hamilton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Still going inside the 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 15. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Skinner. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here we go, set.
They'll try to run this. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Here's Penix. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Looking to throw Penix. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Falcons. Great effort there. 71 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
The Falcons will line up for the
They'll let Robinson try and run.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
31, Falcons 26.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone,
A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Now the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Brings up second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
To the air, Penix.
And a dump off here to Robinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Skinner. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. James Pierce. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And got his tight end, Duarte. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Who the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Skinner. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Robinson on a give right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And the Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 10.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
He's across midfield.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Off play action, here's Penix.
It's complete to Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
This 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Penix.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. Smash! Hiking 18.
Now Penix. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll throw with Penix.
He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down and 9.
Handoff now to Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
Now back to throw.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
6 yards.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He finds his man, complete. It's Contreras.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
First down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Parrish. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lockhart. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now he'll try to run with this. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, like that, he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Skinner. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Contreras. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Checks this one down to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
this one. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Allen, finding Washington. No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Allen. Throw left side, there's London. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here's Allen.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Washington. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
The Seahawks 33-yard line.
Now Allen. Now a run here off the RP.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Allen.
Throw left side, complete. That's Contreras. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Allen.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Here's 1st and goal. Allen going to audible to a different look. Here's Allen. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop put.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here we go. Huh, Vikings.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
43.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Ready? Panther 60, Panther! Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready. Set. 18 Cardinal, ready. Ready. Cougar 19. Hut. Here we go. 70 Lions. Hut, hut.